So I read some of the comments, and people are like, some of these haters, they're like, man up, uh, man up. I think it was Crypto Fan. I lost my wife. I lost my mom. I lost our household income. And I'm making it, and my kids are making it. And I'm there for them each and every single minute, each and every day, where they're going to school, where they're doing well in school, where they're out and they're having fun. And you're telling me to man up? I don't know how much more manning up I could do. Because I would not wish what I'm going through on you, and I would not wish what I'm going through on my worst enemy. So you say man up? I say walk a day in my shoes. Here's what I say. Walk a day in my shoes, and then we'll see if you man up. We'll see how you man up. Because what I'm doing right now is incredible. I'm even giving myself credit. It's incredible. Again, I know I bring him up a lot. President Theodore Roosevelt, okay? He went through what I went through. Okay, he came home, he lost his mom, he lost his wife. He didn't handle it too well. President Theodore Roosevelt did not handle it too well. A little trick in here. New York guy, did you lose your wife and mom? All right. Yes or no? You're saying you're walking in my shoes. Did you lose your wife and your mother in a period of 2 weeks? If the answer is no, you're not walking in my shoes. You're not. That's it. Okay. Don't take it the wrong way. You're not walking in my shoes. Just because you have problems. Okay. Let's talk about the difference between having problems and what I'm dealing with. Okay. Let's say you have a problem. You lost a job. Okay. Let's go with that. Okay. You get another job. I had this guy who was crying his eyes out. He was in Target the other day. I was with my kids. He's like, I just got fired here. I got fired. He was crying. I said to him, and? I'm like, go get another job. All right, look, I got to get rid of you, man. I'm sorry. You're just, you're an a-hole. Let's get rid of this guy. Bye-bye. I hate that the guy has to call himself New York guy. He doesn't deserve the title New York. But anyway, I don't know. Bro, this is a serious live stream, man. I'll say hi to you, but we're talking about some serious stuff, okay? So I don't know if you understand that. My mother passed away, and there's a serious discussion. What's up there, Back to the Future? So anyway, getting back. So this guy lost a job at Target. And he's like crying his eyes out. He's like it was like the end of the world. Young kid too, And I said to myself, my God, the things that people are upset about, Hold on here. There's a lot more things in life that you should be worried about. People don't get it, man. A lot more things. You gotta worry about your family is always first. Remember that. You gotta worry about your kids. That's what I'm doing, man. No matter how hurt I am. What's up, Tommy's Touch? I worry about my kids. I say to myself, I have to honor my wife. My wife would beat me up, man. She would say, you got to be there for the kids, Rich. And no matter how hurt I am, and no matter what I'm going through, I worry about my kids. But there are things in life that are called fixable problems. So losing a job is a fixable problem, okay? Losing money is a fixable problem. You know what's not a fixable problem? Losing your wife who passes away and losing your mother who passes away. That's not a fixable problem. Listen to me, brother. Game Time Wrestling. That whole comment you just said is bullshit. Okay? Except for the fact that I'm losing weight. That's true. God doesn't put things that he doesn't think you can handle. He did. I hate to break it to you. He put too much on my shoulders. Too much. What? Okay, can you put this in the car, please? Thank you. How could anyone feel that this is something I can handle? Guys, You know why I'm handling it? You want to know why I'm handling it? Out of being forced. Because if I don't handle it, my kids are not going to have a life. See, what God did to me is He put me in a position where I'm miserable. He put me in a position where my whole life has no more happiness. But I have to stay strong for my kids. That's it. I got to stay strong for them. I got to stay strong for my children. They need to have a life. They need a future. So, you know what I mean? Hey, give me a hug, honey. I love you.
If you want to go to Fridays, happy hour ends at 6.
All right. Okay, honey girl. So, Tommy, I know about, you're worried about finances and all that stuff. Finances come and finances go, Tom. You know what I mean? It's like, look, it's like that song by Frank Sinatra, you know? That's life. That's what all the people say. Riding high in April, shot down in May. But I won't let it change that tune. When I'm back on top in June. I said that's life. That girl just thinks I'm a psycho here. What are you gonna do? Listen, making money comes and goes. Let's get rid of this guy. Making money comes and goes. That's it. Okay? 1 minute you're down, then you're up, then you're up, then you're down. Who cares? Tommy, who cares? Let me tell you all a little secret. All that matters is family. Listen to the Apefather. I'm giving you golden friggin' nuts here. You understand? All that matters is your family. Forget about everything else. And your health, of course. But in all honesty and fairness, you kind of need your family first, you know, because if you're alone in life, what difference does it really make if you're healthy or not, you know? You need your family, man. Look, first and foremost, you need your family. Second, you need your health. That's just the way I see it, man. A lot of people might disagree with that, but that's just the way I see it. Look, things get better for people who are not in as severe as the situation as I'm in, and I'm going to tell you the reason why, okay? Listen, let me try to make you understand a GameStop wrestling, because I don't think you understand how severe it is. My parents, it starts back with my parents. My parents, unfortunately, did not have a good marriage. There was a lot of fighting for like 45 years. And my mother's family hated my father with a passion. And unfortunately, it kind of rubbed off on me and my kids. We're innocent. But they don't really, look, I talk to them once in a while. You understand? I say my hellos to them and stuff, but realistically, they're not an important part of my life. I don't think I'm an important part of their life. I wish it was different, but it's not. You know what I mean? It's not. And I don't really have a big support system. I appreciate you following me, brother. But I'm just giving it to you straight. To get through what I'm getting through, you kind of need a support system, man. You need to have family. You need to have people there in your corner. Jennifer's family, we don't talk to them at all. We never did. Jennifer didn't. I'm not going to get into personal reasons, but my own wife didn't even talk to them. We got, unfortunately, you know, a raw deal. We got a raw deal with our families. And the only things that mattered to me in my life was my wife and my mom. Okay, I'm trying to explain this to everybody. My wife and my mom were my support system. That was it. It was us against the world. You understand? So when God took away both my mom and my wife, He took away everything, man. He took away my entire support system. So I'm living in a world right now. Can you imagine? Without anyone who really like loves me, man. And that's a really scary feeling, man. That is a scare. What are you guys are checking out already? You guys are checking out. What did you do? I told you to get a few things. These kids are already checking out here. Guys, didn't you get the Cheez-Its? What are you doing exactly? You don't have to do that.
We're trying to favor us.
Stop it, William. You don't have to do all this. Guys, why don't you walk around for a little bit? All right, I love you, William. Just give me 1 second. Listen, you have to understand something, GameStop Wrestling. You have to understand something. I know what you're trying to say, and I know what you're trying to do, and obviously, I'm doing it. I am taking care of my kids. I'm giving them a great, great life, okay? Each and every day, just give me 1 second. Each and every day, the kids are going to school. They're right now with their friend. We're going out to have fun. They're having the best time, even though this is the worst time. It's the worst time in our life, but I am making their life happy. But when you say things like it's us against the world, you have to try to understand something, man. It's not a fair world. And if you can't understand that, then you don't get it. You can't dismiss the loss that we had. Just because I'm being there for my kids, which I always will, and just because I love them with all my heart and soul, you have to try to understand that life is not the same for us. You have to understand that life is not the same, man. You know how hard it is to lose your mom and your wife in 2 weeks? You know what it is? No one's going to understand this unless they go through it. And like I said, I don't wish this on anybody. I don't wish this on anybody. I hope that this never happens to anybody. Because let me tell you something, this has been the hardest hurt in my life. I have never experienced anything like this. And in addition to losing my wife and my mom, you understand, I lost my monthly income. I lost everything. What's up, William? Swedish fish?
Yes.
I can't eat this.
You can't?
I mean, it's like a lot of sugar, man. But here,
Sorry.
I'll still eat it for you. Got some Swedish fish here, not too shabby here. Here you go. But we have to pay for all this stuff, right?
Yeah, that's the stuff.
All right, so you got this. You paid for the Swedish fish.
Yeah, for these.
All right, I love you. Give me a hug. William's a good man. Good friend of the family. God bless you. Thank you for the Swedish fish. We'll eat it. GameStop Wrestling. I understand what you're trying to say, but when you say it's going to be rough, look, I'm going to try to explain it to you, okay? I've known Jennifer for 27 years. That is more than a quarter of a century. My mom, I know her my whole life, right? She gave birth to me, 47 years. I have the luxury, it was a luxury, that I spent every day of my life with my mom and my wife since the day we were married, okay, since 2005. So for the last 20 years of my life, every day I woke up, I see my wife. Every day I wake up, I see my mom. During the day, I see my wife, I see my mom. At night, I see my wife, I see my mom. We were blessed because we lived the life most people would probably dream of. We were there for each other all the time. And it was a beautiful life. But you have no idea how it feels to have both your wife and your mom, who you saw every day of your life for 20 years. I was my wife's caretaker, my mom, Look, there were times, all right, in the 20-year period, obviously we were working at certain times, Me and Jennifer were working in the very beginning. Jennifer technically got cancer in 2015, but still I saw them every day. We would go to work, we would come home. It was from 2017 on where I saw my wife and my mom every day. That's officially where I became Jennifer's caretaker. It was like 2017 when she had stage 4 cancer. Now, that's still a long time though, right? That's like what, 9 years? That's 9 years of being with your mom and your wife every single day, morning, noon, afternoon, and night. 9 years. So, do you know the dramatic change of life to be able to see your wife and to see your mom and to see everybody for 9 years, like every day, and then they're gone, they're taken away from you? It's mind-boggling. And again, this was my whole support system. This is the only two people in the world that meant anything to me, that I meant everything to them, that the kids meant everything. Like I said, I got nobody else. Like, I don't have, like, you know what it is? Like, you're in an emergency, right? And you're thinking to yourself, like, who could I call? Who could I put down as an emergency contact? I don't really know anymore. You know who my emergency contacts were? My wife and my mom. You know who my support system was? My wife and my mom. And you know who their support system was? Me. And we were fine with that arrangement. Because that's what we wanted. That was what we were happy. We didn't need anything else. So what I'm trying to make everybody understand when we talk about, like, God, you're telling me God did not know this? You're telling me God did not know that my mother and my wife was my entire support system? Okay, so you take my wife, right? Which is a horrible thing to do. You take my wife. 2 weeks later, you take my mom? That's crazy. I mean, you're telling me that's not too much? That's a lot. Okay? And now I gotta remain strong here. And I'm trying to. With all my heart and soul, I'm trying to change my whole mindset of I'm a single dad. And, I gotta take care of my 2 kids. And I gotta change my whole way of thinking. But it's hard. It's because I'm not used to it. I'm not used to being a single dad. I'm not used to being alone in life like this. That's all I'm saying to all of you. It's just like, this is something that's a dramatic change. This is a dramatic change. And like I said, we lost our household income as well. Give me 1 second here. So we just got to take it one day at a time, you know what I mean? So anyway, trying to make new friends too. That hasn't been easy. Trying my best, because it's tough to be alone, but unfortunately I've been running into some psychos lately. What are you going to do? That's when you really miss your wife the most. You start realizing, like, this world, now I'm at a supermarket right now. So I realize everyone in the world is out of their minds, you know what I mean? What are you going to do, right? But anyway, Back to the Future. Can you type out my Cash App, brother? If possible. $ Richard Lavoie. $ capital RICHARD, capital LEVOI. The regulator, I don't even want to talk to you anymore, man. I'm just getting rid of this guy. Look, obviously I could get back in sales, okay, Game Time Wrestling. But you have to have the right head for that, you know what I mean? You got to have the right head. My head's not really on straight right now. That's what the main problem is that I got to get the right head on, Maybe in time I could do that again. But it's not easy, man. man, my life sucks, man. Oh, I hate my life right now. What's up, Blue Boat? It's tough times, man. Tough times at Richmond High. If someone could type out the Cash App, I'd appreciate it. $, Richard Lavoie. Let me tell you what I'm doing here. I'm offering anybody who does a very small Cash App. This is not begging. This is not begging. This is a service, okay, where I'm actually going to write a song for you. It's called the Thank You Song. I'm going to use all my talents on the piano. Thank you, Back to the Future. I just pinned that message. I love you, GameStop Wrestling. I got you, brother. I know you mean only good things. God bless you. But, like, you know, for a very small Cash App, I'm going to record a video for you. I'm going to record a video. I call it the Thank You Song. Now, yes, you're helping out our family. If you have a heart, you could say, look, Apefather's been through a lot. His kid's been through a lot. He lost his wife. He lost his mom. The kids lost their mom. Michael's only 14. Sophia's only 11. They lost their grandma. They also lost their household income. So from the bottom of your heart, you might want to do something nice. Say, hey, Father, here's a Cash App, you know. Here's $5, here's $10. Now, you do get something for it. I'm going to give you a beautiful video called the Thank You Song. And I'm going to play a beautiful song on the piano for you, celebrating your good deed. And also, I'm going to give you a big shout out. So, you know, you're getting something for your good deed, you know. I'm making your good deed kind of like immortal, right? On the internet. So that's just something to think about. And you're also helping a family in need. You know what I mean? You're helping us out. So I don't know if you want to do that. It's optional. You don't have to do it. But it's something that would be a big help to us. Something that we greatly appreciate. It's something that we greatly need. And I think for a very small $5 or $10, why not get yourself your own video where you get a beautiful shout out and you get a nice song played on the piano for you. It's called the Thank You Song, you know? It's not every day that you do a good deed and someone writes a song for you, right? So I think that's a pretty nice gesture. You know, nice little beautiful piano piece celebrating your good deed. I'm going to start offering this service to businesses as well. You know, I got to start getting my head back in the ball game, you know. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I never get back, but it's root for the home team. They don't win, it's a shame. So you say Game Time Wrestler says he doesn't need a video or a song. You do have the option, if you just wanted to do something from your heart, to say I don't need it. And that's fine, but it's just something kind that I want to do for you. Like, look, in Brooklyn, we have this thing called you wash my back, I wash your back. So even if you don't technically need it, it's a way of me saying thank you. That's why I call it the Thank You Song. Sometimes people thank you. You don't necessarily, like example, you don't need it, but it's just a kind gesture, GameStop Wrestling, you understand? It's a kind, what's the big deal, man? It's not that you need it, but it's just a way of, like example, if you took me out for a beer, oh, you already did it? God bless you then. But I'm just saying, if you took me out to a beer, and I buy you a beer, you might say, Rich, I don't need you to buy me a beer. But I do it because it's a kind gesture. But if you don't want it, it's completely up to you. Wow. BioLife, is that you? BioLife Maine? That was very generous of you, man. That was very, very generous. GameStop Wrestling did something beautiful from his heart. God bless you, man. That was very, very nice of you, brother. That was a beautiful thing you did for my family. God bless you, Game Time Wrestling. If you don't want the song, I won't do it for you, but I would love to do something for you because that was generous, man. That was a beautiful thing. God bless you, brother. A very, very gigantic shout out to GameStop Wrestling, doing something from his heart, doing something that was a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful thing. I thank you, and my family thanks you. Thank you, brother. You know, it's people like GameStop Wrestling. I say GameStop. I'm thinking of GameStop. Game Time. It's people like, all right, brother. God bless you, Game Time. I love you, brother. Thank you. Thank you again. Sincerely, from my heart. It's people like Game Time Wrestling that really make me realize there are people out there who do care in this world. Because sometimes I lose faith, you know. I say to myself, are we living in a world where nobody cares? Are we living in a world where nobody has basic kindness anymore? But then he proves me wrong. You know, he does this, and I say there are people out there who care. There are people out there who really, really care. Thank you, Game Time Wrestling. That was really, really nice of you. I remember the old days with Apefather. I used to make all these joke videos. I'm trying to get back into them. You know, I'm trying to get my old sense of humor back. You know, I say, if you're tired of Apefather's Johnson, right? Try Johnson popcorn. I used to make all these joke videos. I got to get back into them. Let's get rid of this guy, Bill. I can't stand these haters. These haters are horrible people, but you know what? Not everybody's horrible. Not everybody's horrible. People like Game Time Wrestling has a big heart. He's a good person, you know? Don't let these haters get to you, man, because they're honestly lowlives. Look, anybody who can't understand the hurt that we're going through, just they're psychos, you know. Hey, Blue Boat, I'll tell Mike I said hello, man. God bless you, Blue Boat. I didn't realize you were here. I'm sorry, man. God bless you, Blue Boat. Game Time Wrestling, don't even let these people bother you, man. These people are miserable like people, man. They get off on other people's misery. They get some form of enjoyment on other people's misery. That's what they do. It's a terrible, terrible thing, man. But people like you, man, Game Time Wrestling, you truly, truly care. And the Apefather appreciates you, man. Thank you, Blue Boat. Another thing, if you ever get tired of Apefather's Johnson, try some Johnson baby lotion. Oh, oh man. I gotta get back and being my old funny self, right? Thank you, Back to the Future. You're a great person too. Oh, good times. The Broken Watch videos. We got to do that again. Man. One of the reasons that I've been holding off on Jennifer's obituary is we're going to do it soon, is I know that these haters are dying for that to go up. I don't even want to know what these people are going to do. It's a terrible thing. These haters are horrible, horrible people, man. Absolutely. Oh, that's the only thing that's kind of sucky about being like a YouTuber, you know, and a public figure, is that all these haters out there, man, are just absolutely horrible, relentless people, man. Absolutely horrible, relentless people. I think I'm going to get going right now because I think the kids want to get out of here. But I just want to say a big shout out again to Game Time Wrestling. You are truly an amazing person for what you did, brother. I really, really appreciate it. If anybody would like to do something similar, remember, anything from the heart counts. My Cash App is pinned. It's the $ Richard Lavoie. You'll see it on this chat. It's on the bottom of the page, Back to the Future. It is the $ Richard Lavoie. There's no space, no underscore in between my first and my last name. $ Richard Lavoie, $ capital RICHARD, capital LEVOI. Thank you again, GameStop. I keep saying GameStop. I got GameStop in my head. Game Time. Thank you, Game Time Wrestling. Whenever I start a sentence with the word game, I automatically think of GameStop. I'm sorry. But thank you, Game Time Wrestling. Have a great afternoon, Back to the Future. Have a great Game Time Wrestling. I was about to say it again. Have a great afternoon, brother. I love all of you. God bless all of you. Okay, I'll be back soon. Thank you again, Gabe.